Hi, I'm Van Waller, talking to you live from the streets of Katona, New York. Today I'm in front of the Katona Village Library, and I'm by the returns bin here, and as you can see, it's closed down for the duration of the pandemic. And I wanted to come here today because I've lived in Katona for 5 years now, and the closing of the library, in a sense, is an example of how hard the pandemic hits different aspects of our lives. Since I've been here, it's really become kind of essential to my experience of living in this hamlet. It's a place I come to for reading the newspapers at lunch, for chair yoga on Tuesdays, and then it also turbocharged my interest in doing open mic presentations like I do here once a month. And I also check out books, and so that's something I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But now it's closed, and I don't know when it's going to be reopening. So it got me to thinking about last things that I've done in the past couple of months. Talking about first things is easy. The first president, George Washington, the first concert you went to, the first date with somebody important. Those all contain the seeds of a future, of something exciting happening. But my outlook tends to go to the other side of the spectrum of last things. You know, the last emperor, the last carrier pigeon, the last of the Mohicans. Those all pretty clearly state the end of the line for something. And so I've been thinking a lot about the end of certain things in my life over the past. Some of the things happened a couple of years ago, and a lot of things have happened in the past 6 weeks. So I have a list here of the last things as I remember them, and I'm just going to let you know about some of them. So the list so far starts on May 2015. That was the last reunion in P-Raid at Princeton, where I was there for my 35th reunion. The 40th reunion, my class, was supposed to be next month in May. Well, that's been canceled, and it's not going to be held again. So now I can only look forward to the 45th reunion when I'm 5 years older. August 2017, that was the last time I was in Texas, visiting a Houston suburb to see my brother and his twin grandchildren, River and Sawyer. So hoping to get back there one of these days, but don't know when. August 2019, that was the last summer vacation to New Hampshire and Vermont. October 16th, 2019, last concert at Daryl's House Music Venue in Pawling, New York. You hear rockabilly singer Dale Watson, and that was on my birthday. November 9th, last gathering I attended of the Princeton class in 1980. I joined my classmates at Yankee Stadium for the Princeton-Dartmouth football game, which was a commemoration of the 150th anniversary of college football. Mostly what I remember was it was very cold and Dartmouth kicked our tushes all over the field. December 31st, 2019. That was the last picture show at the Burns Film Center for me in Pleasantville, New York. I went to go see Little Women. Then had Asian food with another couple, and that's how we closed out 2019, and we were looking forward to a great 2020. January 13th, 2020. Last trip to my employer's office at 4 Times Square in New York. I joined colleagues at an exhibit of retail technologies that we sponsored at a conference. February 15th. That was the last visit to the Museum of Modern Art, followed by watching the last performance of Live from Here at Town Hall. And then after that came the last train ride home from Grand Central Station to here in Katona. February 19th, last library book checked out. The Weight of Ink, as you can see, it is indeed a very weighty book. It took me 3 weeks to read. And now it's mine until the the library reopens. So one of these days it's going to go there, it's going to go inside the library itself. February 25th to March 1st, last time in Boston to see my son. We visited the Museum of Fine Arts, we went to a comedy built around Shakespeare, and we attended the PAX East video game conference, standing shoulder to shoulder with thousands of video game buffs. Inconceivable now, but possible then. Many of them wore face masks. Some of them wore masks as part of a costume, cosplay, role-playing, and others wore them as a safety measure because that was when the virus was starting to make inroads into our consciousness. And then came Saturday, March 7th, which is a day of achingly sharp memories that I gathered from morning until night. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., last Shabbat at Chabad of Bedford. The Torah reading that day was Parshat Tetzaveh from the book of Exodus. 3 p.m., last exhibition opening at the Katona Library, photography by Sarah Bennett of women who were serving life in prison and the bedrooms of women who had been released from prison. 4 p.m., last open mic gig here at the library, doing a piece about podcasts. 8 p.m., last social gathering at the gala event held by the Jewish Community Center of Stamford at a country club. There was no touching and no air kissing at that point, but still no social distancing. We could still see some wry humor in the situation. We don't see that humor now. March 8th, last open mic gig anywhere. I did a retooled version of my podcast event at the Tompkins Corners Cultural Center, and I have to say it went pretty well. After that, things fell apart fast. We all know what happened that first full week in March, but I still have to note March 11th, 2020. It wasn't a last, but that day would have been my mother's 100th birthday. So, hi Mom. And now, life goes on. It flows on in quarantine, because what's the alternative we face? I'm already keeping a list of firsts. Of course I do, that's what I do. New patterns, new ways of relating to people, doing things now that I would never have imagined that I would ever do 6 weeks ago. Wearing a mask, wearing gloves, digging in for those early bird senior citizen shopping hours at Stop and Shop. That I enjoy doing. Well, I can't wait to return the weight of ink here at the Katona Library. When that happens, it'll mean that life is blossomed, that we're getting back to something. I don't know what life will be like then, but I can't wait to see. So until then, please stay safe and stay free. Stay free on the inside, however you like to define that form of freedom. Thank you.